In life we all facing problems, we all have depressed over some things, and we don't know what should we do in our lives. That I'm not a motivational speaker, I'm not the advisor to anyone, I'm just sharing my thoughts and my opinions with you guys. That and you guys should record yourself a video and upload it, or maybe you could private your video, but you should recording yourself. That's I am doing last 1 month, and it does not improve. My thoughts and my feelings are same. But the thing you will realize that you can describe your emotions and thoughts in proper way. That's maybe a little changes you will face, but I never develop my thoughts which I facing uh, past few years, 3 4 2 3 years. I am still stuck in 2018 and up to 2000. My life was so beautiful between when we are child, when we are up to teenage time, and especially if I'm talking this for the boys, life is totally changed. Life, life is total change after you turning into 20 plus. For many people, they enjoying their lives, they enjoying their 20s 30s, but for many youngsters, they facing problems in their young age. They don't enjoy their life, they wanna they don't wanna, basically they don't wanna live in this kind of the sick society. That's I am also thinking that our society is so sick. Just everything around you, and I'm not talk I'm not just sharing my thoughts. Just you guys sit in your room and close your eyes and think about your society, what happening around you. uh if you are little intelligent, you will know the answer. Our society is sick. Society needs therapy. And how the therapy will come? The therapy will come from the education. That's why I value education. But I never study. Yes, I study. Sometimes I read Bhagavad Gita, and this is a novel. Can we be stranger again? I'm no. This is a novel. This is just for time pass. Um, and this is a New Testament. This is the New Testament which I study. I completed my study New Testament. I read it and I really like New Testament. So in that video, I'm not talking about the New Testament. So I'm just talking about the books that you should read. Some religious books. Maybe it's your choice. You can read. You can read Bible. You can read Gita. You can read any other religious books. Destroy yourself. Destroy yourself by reading books, by talking, by recording yourself, uh, by running, by exercising. Please destroy yourself, because life is meaningless. In the New Testaments, no, sorry, old in the Old Testament, somewhere written that life is meaningless, life is wasteless. Only God gives us a meaning in our lives. Maybe it's true for many peoples, but for my point of view, what I think that everything is meaningless. Like this book, like religious books, I'm talking about religious books, the society, the materialism, everything is meaningless. So life has no meaning after all. We just forcefully try to give us a meaning for survival. We marry, then we bring a child into the sick society, and then when the child grows up, he thinking why I am born, because actually it's not his or her fault, it's actually their parents' fault. They want to enjoy their life, then they married and bring a child into the society who never interested in this sick society, but they they don't know why they came. All of the religious books give us a meaning in a life to live according to God's will, and that's good. And in somehow in my mind, I also believe in God. I respect Jesus very much, but in some point, I also realizes that everything is meaningless. If just imagine if I and you are not born in this sick society, that life we never experience this world, but unfortunately we experience this world. If I are talking about the New Testament, you can't live your life according to these books, because we all are not perfect. We somehow we all committed sins and morally correct. If you really wanted to be morally correct according to religious books, religious scriptures, your survival will be impossible. Y- you can't survive in this sick society. You just can't survive in this sick society. And these books and every other religions books, we just casually read it, but we don't apply those religious texts in our real life. We just don't. We are everywhere, whether you are going church, madrasa, or a spiritual temple, a Hindu temple. We just read some scriptures, we just visit our temples, church, madrasa. But have you guys really thought that I apply those words, those scriptures in my real life? No. No. Just look, the porn is so available on the internet. You just go to the Chrome and go to the Google and search it, and all the thousands of millions of categories of porns are available on the internet. And let's talk about reels. According to God, uh, if I'm not wrong, according to the God, especially in Christian way, if you worship a statue, you are a sinner. So what you are doing when you scrolling on the Instagram reels and do watch every unnecessary videos. Yes, I am talking about every unnecessary videos. There are lots of vulgar content. You don't know, you just living your life meaningless, and that meaningless maybe is your life. You just scrolling reels. That's also actually a worshiping worshipping your mobile rather than God's thoughts and scriptures. So I so I tell you that you can't survive you if you really 1% try to live according to scriptures. Every scripture, whether it's Hindu, whether it's Christians, whether you are a Muslim, you will can't survive. Just close your eyes. If you can't close your eyes, you can't imagine it proper way. If I'm not wrong, just close your eyes and think. Just think that, do you follow everything what God command us? What God tell us that do not commit this thing, do not commit these things. Just just imagine. Do you maybe when you are not a believer, not believing in any kind of God, then you committed sins and it's okay normal with you. But after but after you started believing in God, but after that also you doing that same mistake which you doing in your past. So every I lost my words. Now I think I should thinking again. uh,